Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and welcome to Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. I've been wanting to give this game the old first impressions / just take a look at it treatment ever since I started doing those videos. But I just picked other stuff first. Oh man, though. This game, it's honestly, if I ever had to make a list of my top real-time strategy games of all time, number one, I would hate you because I play so many of them, there's no way I'd be able to actually pick. Number two, this game would certainly be in the top 5, at the very least. It's one of my favorite RTS games I've ever played. It's no exaggeration. I love space and I love real-time strategy. And this one is just awesome, honestly. It's a lot less in-depth and deep and everything like that than something like Stellaris or Distant Worlds. But when it comes to real-time strategy games that are just some surface level economic stuff and building things that's pretty simple to understand, as well as the general approach of build up a fleet and smash your enemies and grab territory kind of thing, similar to how Age of Empires and Age of Mythology Skirmish does it. It's quite good, and in fact the best way to show you that is to hop on into a single-player game, because, yeah, this game does not have a story mode. Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. There's no story. Granted, apparently they have one planned out for a future expansion in Sins 2, which I do now own, so I'll be getting to that at some point also. Yeah, I think for showing things off here, I'm just going to do something relatively small, just because it's a good, easy starting position to get started and try things out. I'm going to do a 2-player run on a small map. 22 planets seems good to me. And you have quite a few options that you can tweak in terms of things like this for game options and generally victory conditions. I like to leave most things on the default. But 2 options that I do change in the game options is I have AI surrender on, so if the AI player calculates that they're going to be defeated soon, they will surrender, so you don't have to wipe them out. They'll give up. Which I find is a nice flow, because it saves you from having to completely annihilate them if it's already a done deal and you just have to formalize it. I also like to turn off quick start, so neither myself nor the other AI will start with any military stuff. We'll have some constructors and our home planet, and that's it. And I just kind of like it that way. For victory options, I don't change much, but one thing I change, just because in my personal campaigns I like to play on a lot of the larger maps that are 4 to 6 players. Oh, Allied Victory On helps with that. You won't be forming an alliance with the one other You won't be forming an alliance with the one other AI on the map. That's not going to be a thing. But if you're playing on a larger map, this is kind of nice because you don't have to turn on and betray your ally and wipe them out to get the final victory. You can just win alongside your ally. And I also have Capital Victory on, which prevents some notable annoyances. See, what this does is it makes it so that basically neither yourself nor any of the AI can move their capital. Your capital is set to the planet it is at the start. And if your enemy takes your capital, or you take, then you lose. If you take their capital, they lose. Kind of thing. I just find capital occupation as a thing for victory. I just find it having it set so that capital occupation knocks a player out of the game to be really nice, and it saves the annoying thing of having to hunt down and occupy every single planet they have, which I really don't enjoy, so I started enabling that a long while ago. But enough about that. Let's get into the game. And I'm boring, so I'm gonna play the TEC Loyalists, and I'm going to let our opponent be the Advent Loyalists. Not like it matters, really. But yeah. Anyways, let's go. And because this is a real-time strategy game, there is no pausing, so you have to do all your thinking and such in real time. Figure things out as you go. So I'll get one of each kind of extractor, and I want to instantly grab myself a military lab and a civic research station. We need those to be able to be doing research. Next order of business. Let's start producing some Cobalt Light frigates so we can have a navy, and go over to research. For civilian, the important thing that we're going to want is under engineering, because we need these to be able to colonize different types of worlds. All the research costs money, by the way, so that's something you're going to have to deal with.
Structure complete.
Having to pay money. But more important for me right now...
Structure complete.
I'm going to...
Reporting for duty.
Do the Shrike Corvette research so that we can start getting a new type of warship up and running. And I'll get one of them. We want to get a decent fleet going because, as you can see, we don't know much about the existing galaxy. I kind of like to refer to Sins of a Solar Empire as a 4X Lite. It has some of the traditional explore, expand, exploit, exterminate elements of a 4X game, but they're a lot more light, as the name would suggest. So, we're gonna get this to get us moving down the Titan Foundry line, and yeah. Now, let's realize we don't have enough money just yet, and get me another metal extractor. I like to set up as many extractors as I can on my home planet, honestly. Yeah, I'm sort of waiting to get us that colony ship.
Additional research required.
Yeah, we need the Pacheron prototype for that one. We will need some additional labs, because, yeah, I don't have the stuff to be able to start pumping out carriers or cruisers yet. For the moment, we're restricted to frigates. Yeah, I want to get a decent-sized fleet, because, and you'll discover this as we move along,
structure complete.
Enemies that we're going to be fighting in the immediate systems coming up are mostly pirates. For the moment, we're producing corvettes to help with that. We will be once the Shrike Corvette research finishes. And now,
research complete.
If you haven't played Synth of a Solar Empire Rebellion,
Scouts have found
for one thing, what are you doing with your lives?
I'll flank them.
For another, I highly recommend it. Just a handful of enemies in the region, so we should be able to take them out easily enough. I say that before realizing there's actually more than I thought. But yeah. It is kind of cool to be able to zoom in and watch them get blown to shreds. My ship's firing on them, though. That is one thing I kind of enjoy. Just the effects and the ambiance of battle is one thing that I will always really quite enjoy. Let's get a few of those in.
These missiles won't fire themselves. This volley's got your name on it. The bigger they are, the harder I
dealt
hit.
with. Blow that one up. And
there is no further profit in attacking an empire.
And I need to keep them nice and wanted. Speaking of,
go ahead.
There is apparently some
Deploying.
pirates from a neighboring system who
Transmission
want to come and
received.
say hi, so we'll have to deal with them when we're done here. Try and clear this out.
Finally.
Yeah, neighboring systems can contain pirates who can decide they just want to come and say hi. Which they have done in this case.
Ordnance accounted for.
Now, let's just finish off this one. And yeah.
Moving into attack
One more
position.
pirate there needs
Ready
to be
for
addressed.
orders.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and deal with them. But
Listen up, you hotshots!
wait, did my colony ship get destroyed before I could jump in? Certainly appears that way. And the pirates have a light carrier in this case. Yeah, looks like I lost myself my colony ship. Now let's build one of them to replace it.
What
Colony
now,
ship didn't get to
Commander?
do any colonization before it got blown up. Sad times. Truly, truly sad times.
Intel reports an impending pirate raid.
Thankfully, on our enemies. I always do appreciate getting the enemy raided by pirates. Insufficient fleet capacity. For
New
those,
horizons
certainly.
await.
And with you, if I do that, go insufficient.
Go ahead.
I need you
Deploying.
to go colonize that asteroid. I have a
Where's the
handful of
target?
ships here.
All ordnance accounted for. Commanders on deck!
That's that, nearly gone. Come on, finish off that light carrier. Pirates having advanced hardware is
Pirate
just
raiders are on
not
the loose.
fair.
You heard the commander!
So
Finally!
now the two sides of our fleet there can meet up and we can deal with those idiots. And I can go and colonize that planet.
Stand by for phase jump.
That will make that ours, and then I'll be able to build
Our
some
backup is joining
logistical
the
stuff
fight.
on it, which will let me increase my research enough to research the item that I need
Our fleet is under attack.
to get myself my good friend
Let's get 'em!
volcanic colonization.
I'll flank them!
So for now, let's wreck this fleet. And we're pretty much at our naval cap for the
There
moment,
is
too.
no further profit in attacking an empire.
I will ensure there remains a further profit then. Let's see here. Titan Foundry. Yeah. That'll enable me to enable the ability to build the biggest of big ships. Worth it, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't actually know what the specializations do too well, but I'm going to give us the one for smuggling specialization, which I'm pretty sure is probably more money.
Ready for orders.
Fleet's busy fighting up here.
Comlink online. Tracking targets.
The pirates have heavy cruisers, which will certainly slim down my numbers a bit.
A new colony has been founded.
And we have colonized over here. So there are two things that I would like to do right off the get-go. First of all, I need a civic research station. Secondly, I want to get
Planet
some
development finished.
civilian infrastructure there.
Where to, Commander?
With that, I can now... But that's gonna be for later down the line, because I think this is a good enough showcase for this time.
Who needs air support?
So yeah,
Listen up, you
this
hot
is
shots.
Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion,
An excellent plan.
which is
What now, Commander?
arguably one of my favorite RTS games I've ever
An
played.
excellent plan.
And I am so glad I finally managed to show it off. And I can tell you for sure, even with Sins 2 existing, this is a game you
Who
are
needs your
going to be
support?
seeing again on this channel in the future. Count on it. In fact, I may even do a Let's Play of it at some point, because a full campaign of an entire skirmish of Sims with 6 factions on one of the 200-star maps, that could be an ongoing series for quite a while, and coming back to it again and again like that is definitely a fun time. And something
Who needs air
I
support?
would enjoy tremendously. It really is. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you again next time for whichever game I decide to cover then.
Phase jump complete.
Thanks for
Commanders
watching,
on deck.
and if you have any tips, advice,
All ordnance
or
accounted
just
for.
general suggestions on
You
games
pick 'em, I'll
you'd
stick
like
'em.
to see, then you can leave those down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then. Bye for now.